Are you in the market for a home in or around Mountain House? Do you want a knowledgeable realtor that specializes in Mountain House homes? If so, then look no further. Drew Jacobson of the Mountain House Real Estate Group is your man. Licensed since 2004, Drew knows Mountain House. Voted Resident of the Month in November 2013 for his volunteer efforts in the community, Drew's reputation is well known for coaching and/or sponsoring Mountain House Flag Football, Mountain House Cheer, Mountain House Hurricanes, Mountain House Youth Basketball, Mountain House Little League, donations to the local school foundations, and is the first paid inaugural member of the Mountain House High School Athletic Booster Club, supporting athletes at the new Mountain House High School. Drew has recently supported community events such as the Mountain House Sweetheart Dance, the Mountain House Royal Affair, and the upcoming Mountain House Kite Run. Drew says it best: "We treat every client's purchase or sale as if it were our own. Your success is our success." Drew Jacobson, your Mountain House Realtor.
Okay, welcome. Thanks for everybody showing up for our closing ceremonies. I think it's important mainly to thank everybody, volunteers, coaches, for helping us out and get through another successful year of Mountain House Little League. You guys be louder than that. Come on. It's been a fun experience watching all the teams grow, players grow from each division. One fortunate thing of being in this position is you're seeing a lot of games and watching them from the beginning and how things are ending up this week, and watching the growth and seeing that light ball go off in certain players. When they make that catch, it's like, hey, I'm starting to get this thing. And it's a neat experience. So first I want to open up to our troop, 502 Boy Scouts of America, to start out with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Color guard forward march. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color guard dismissed.
Again, thank you to Troop 502 here in Mountain House. And next I want to introduce Cindy Folsom. She's going to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Cindy. That was awesome. Thank you very much. So next, I want to go around and introduce the teams real quick, but especially acknowledge the coaches. Every year, we have a set of coaches that always dedicate. They're lined up. They're ready to go for next year already, probably. They're already got probably who they want to get, what direction they want to go to. And every year, we also need to reach out and try to find new coaches. And like always, people step up. Maybe it's new to them, a new experience, but they grow. And I tell you, this year's been, for me, a great experience with every coach, especially being new in this position, helping me. If there's some kind of problem or thing we need to figure out, everybody listens to each side and worked it out, and I really appreciate it. It's tough. We all know that this is sort of, we always say, the commuter town. And getting here from work and working outside here and making sure you're there for practices is a big thing and tough, and it's not always easy. So right now, I just want to give a huge round of applause for every coach and manager, as loud as you can. Just a quick little poem that was brought to my attention. It says, a coach. It says, you taught me determination. You gave me skills. You persist in the life's game, and for that I always give thanks for you. And look back and voice that I had the privilege of calling you coach. So first, I want to recognize, this year was our first year. We have a couple of the Pee Wee guys. First, I want to wave their hands at the little Pee Wee guys. It was our first experience doing it. We did 2-day clinics. Thought it was pretty successful for kids that just quite didn't make the cutoff or T-ball. So I think it definitely was a positive experience. I want to do it again next year. So if you have a young one, look out for that. But now I want to turn over to our Vice President, Trevor Main, to introduce the T-ball teams.
Once again, I want to thank you guys also for helping out coaching. I know it's a tough job some days, and like Mike said, the commuter city, it makes it tough on practices and games. First off, T-ball B, Coach Eric Lucchini and the Yankees. Just want to say thank you guys. T-ball B, also the Braves, and Brent McClintock is the coach. T-ball B, the Royals, and Coach Amrit Singh. T-ball B also, the A's and Coach Matt Valentine. T-ball B, Cubs, our president, Coach Mike Carpenter. T-ball B, the Giants, Coach Aaron Healy. T-ball B, for the coach for the Reds, Joe Bongay. T-ball A, for the Angels, Coach Eddie Ibrahimi. T-ball A, coach for the A's, Coach Charlie Grisby. T-ball A, for the Dodgers, Coach James Gray. T-ball A, for the Mets, Coach Joe Thomas. T-ball A, for the Giants, Coach John Healy. T-ball A, the coach for the Red Sox, Fernando Aquino. T-ball A, for the White Sox, Coach Drew Jacobson. And T-ball A, for the Yankees, Coach Aaron... I'm not pronouncing your last name there, buddy.
Okay, so our next division is farm. I think probably it's one of those divisions where it almost, after the kid experiences maybe the point where if they're going to continue in baseball or not. Things start clicking. It's amazing to see the first game and then see the last on how things in baseball and getting, hey, what's the difference between a force out and what he needs to do next. And a lot of attribute that to our coaches, and I thank you very much for your hard work. You get the kids to start to experience pitching for the first time. And the batter experienced the first time with being pitched to, which is quite an experience. So I thank all the coaches in Farm for building our league up, and this is a very important age group. First one to recognize Steve Lestrange and the A's. Second, I want to recognize from the Cubs, Todd Pace. Then we have our Phillies and Dan Costin. And then I want to recognize the Giants, Rafael Arizano. And then from the Red Sox, we have our own Vice President here, Trevor Main. Then we have from Farm, our Rockies, Ron Perrier. Ryan. And last but not least, from the Yankees, Walter Haley. Just a quick another keep the hands clapping. Walter came out early and he did the field for us. He's always all year putting time into it, so please give another hand for. All right, for our next division, minors. This is the division where it starts to become competition, starts to see what things all put together from Farm, and the competitive starts to come on, but also keeping it at the level that we want it to be with sportsmanship. A very competitive year. Every game I went to seemed like it ended in the last inning. No matter what team played, I think there was comebacks in every game. It was intense and a blast to watch. And I want to thank all the coaches for doing what they do. And please give them a round of applause, the minor coaches. We'll start out with the minor A's, coached by Daniel Elizondo. And then I want to recognize the Pirates with Matt Patrizio. And next I want to recognize the Rangers with Joey Scarborough. And next I want to recognize the Braves and Coach Ross. And then the next I want to recognize the Giants, Antonio Andraga. And then last but not least, the Orioles, Kelly Poulon. And now for our upper divisions. I first want to take a moment for all three of our teams. As we know, both major teams, the A's and Yankees, and our 50-70 team, the A's, they travel outside our town. They represent us. When they leave us, other leagues, they only know Mountain House by, these teams. As we all know, you're getting in that division, it becomes competitive with both parents and with players. And I received all year long emails from different presidents of how our players handle themselves, how our coaches handle themselves. A couple incidents where unsportsmanlike things occurred, but our team did not go down to that level. They stayed who they truly are, and I really appreciate that because they represent all of us here. So I want to give them a round of applause right now for doing that and representing Mountain House League. So first we'll recognize the A's, who will be moving on to TOCs, coached by Mike Gilbert and Fred Juarez. Secondly, I want to recognize the Yankees, coached by Mike Davila. And then to round up, our 50-70 team, coached by Tim Cantu And like I mentioned earlier, every team has 2, 3, even 4 assistants that are coming out on a daily basis. When the coaches can't be there making it, I don't have everybody's name, but just give me I want one more round of applause for all the coaches that are helping these managers out there. Because you can't make it happen without assistant coaches. And one thing I want to recognize since I talked to the team, like I said, we're our minor division. Right now the Braves are tied for first place. Haven't officially totally wrapped that up, but they're real close. So we can't really announce the winner on that one because due to some makeup game rains. But right now they've clinched the title. But I want to recognize, please go and support our teams. You can go down to it's our district website. It's ca67.org. Go down, all the schedules are there for TOCs and All-Stars, and go support our team leagues. We have some great teams this year, and it's exciting baseball to see tournament play. It's a whole different level and fun. Our minors TOC starts, Spreckles Park is hosting it from June 14th. When it starts, our first game, Mountain House, will be playing at 1 o'clock versus Patterson. Our major TOC, their first game will be June 14th versus Patterson. And they'll be playing in Manteca. And our 50-70 starts June 9th, and their first game will be held at Mossville Park in Lathrop. All-Stars will proceed after TOCs. Unfortunately, we can't announce the All-Star teams today. There's a Little League rule that you can't announce them until June 14th, which would be nice to be able to bring up all the kids that were nominated and picked as All-Stars, but unfortunately we're not allowed to announce them, and that is frustrating on my part. It'd be fun to bring them up here. Now to go up here and talk about volunteers and name people, we'd be up here all day. And everybody knows the people on their teams that did the extra thing in this community. It's very unique how our field situation. I think it's neat how we are spread out across the town because we're in different communities. There's a little negative, just that we're only on our own little islands. And I think that's something we probably should work on the whole league of getting more togetherness. It's fun to go to different communities, watch baseball. It's just unfortunately everybody's sort of on their own little island. So with that being said, it takes people all over to do things across this town to make sure Little League happens. Field work and such, getting equipment to different fields. So I want to thank everybody that's always taking the time to make sure things are ready for each field. Now that, with living in our town and not having any stores and stuff like that yet, everybody understands sponsorships is sometimes tough to get. It takes time to get them. So we're in a very unique situation out here. But there's people that reached out to us this year. I want to thank Waste Management, Mike Repetto, donating to the league. They've always been a very big sponsor of Mountain House Little League. Another very big thing that helped us out this year was Kohl's. Kohl's Cares event manager Lori Pinko. They would spend a lot of time getting our packets ready for registration. Any little project, they would jump on board and also donate money with that. So I really appreciate it. Another big that's in the past and this year also, Tracy Firefighters, Local 3355. I want to thank our own Bob Corden for opening ceremonies and today. He's always out here making sure we're set up. I know in the past too, so please give him a round of applause. And like I said, on the field work, I want to thank, like I said earlier, all year long for this field right here. I want to thank Walter Haley. For the minor division, there's be timeless. I'm in the middle of the day dropping off chalk or something, and Tyler Weiler is out there always breaking and taking the extra time. So I want to thank Tyler. And then he's not here today, unfortunately, but the coach of the A's, Mike Gilbert, Gilbert Construction, spent a lot of time in equipment, helping us out with Bethany Field and at Central, bringing out equipment, helping us fight the battle with the weeds and stuff. So I want to thank Mike. So just sort of to wrap things up, you know, we got a long day, it's gonna get hot. I appreciate everybody coming out here. I really appreciate everybody's support. I am proud of this league. I think everybody here is. You really get to see it when you go out and experience other leagues like myself and seeing how things are done, and everybody does it their own little way. But every time I come back from a meeting or something and come out and watch a game, I'm proud to be Mountain House League. And we need to continue that tradition. So I want to thank everybody. I know there's a lot of changes going on within our community. I don't want to go into too deep, but just parents, coaches, everybody just needs to pay attention. We've been very fortunate not to pay for our fields in the past, and obviously that's changing. And I understand there needs to be, you know, some maintenance fees and stuff like that. So just pay attention, make meetings, get involved, and we want to keep our fees low as possible, but at the same time, you know, supporting the community. So again, I want to thank everybody for their support this year, everybody working together, coaches, parents, everybody. So thank you very much. Trevor. And all coaches, want you to meet me up here before you take off. And thank you very much.